What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in for another video. We're in the garage today messing with the em2, doing the headlight harness tuck, and I also wanted to go and do a walk around on the car since I haven't introduced the car on the channel yet. I've been working on this car for about 6 months now. I haven't recorded anything, so sorry about that, but I'm gonna do my best to give you guys a video at least once a week. I'm gonna have some parts on the way, so there's some things to do on top of what already is going on right now. So as you can see, the car's whole front end is completely taken apart. I pulled everything off, and inside I have the dash pulled off. I'll get around to the passenger side so you can get a little bit better view. Yeah, as you can see, it's absolute mess in here right now. There's just stuff everywhere. Removed the heater core box with the AC and all that stuff. I can have a place to mount the K-Pro on the back firewall. I know the wiring's still a mess. So my plan is for the fuse box from the engine bay is to weld onto this bracket onto this dash bar, and now I'm gonna cut the back of the glove box here, so when you open and close the glove box, it's easy access to the fuse box that would normally be under the hood of the car. The fuse box normally on the em2s, you know, sits right here on this bracket, and there's a couple bolts to go there. I have the headlight harness down here on the ground. I've rerouted some stuff. Like this is your main fuse box inside the car, harness to get to that. And then these here are the fuse box wires that would go in the engine bay. So what I did is I actually opened the harness up here and moved the engine bay fuse box harness where I want it to be. And I also moved the wiper harness over as well. It normally would come out on your passenger side, and it runs across the tunnel where the wiper motor sits. But I routed it to where it will come out on the driver's side with the headlight harness. So I'm not really going to go in a whole lot of detail with the wire tuck. I'm going to show you guys how I routed and things like that, but I'm just not going to go in full detail. I mean, there's not really much out there for the em2s when it comes to wire tucks or engine swaps or anything of that sort. It's just for, you know, time. It's just going to take to show you guys step by step, but I'm going to show you the important things and how I'm routing it. So if you want to route it the way I'm doing it, you can as well. Now, as on, you know, we're going to move on to the car, and then we'll get back to the headlight harness tuck. As far as the car goes, it's a k24 JDM motor from JDM Depot. It's stock other than it has a 50-degree VTC, Type S oil pump, new chains, guides, tensioners, all OEM of course. It has a skunk tube center feed intake manifold with a K-tune 90mm throttle body, precision 6266 turbo, Jason Waters tuning, Sidewinder manifold with a Turbo Smart 60mm gate. We have a K-tune fuel pressure regulator, all PTFE fuel lines, so it's good for E85 or whatever type of fuel I want to run in it. We have a CSF drag radiator with a SPA fan. We have a Sheepy Race 3-inch backdoor intercooler, Hasport motor mounts. The car has electric power steering conversion. It has the K-tune tuck engine harness, which I'll also show you guys that too. Because normally on em2s, your harness would, you know, run through that, you know, round hole there, which we're gonna close off. So we're not gonna be using that anymore. There's actually way down there, there's a hole where the factory headlight harness would normally run through, and that's where the engine harness and everything's gonna run through now. We have a Mac 4-port boost solenoid, braided clutch line, stock master clutch slave cylinder. I mean, you can go with the K-tune or whatever, but I prefer OEM over those. It's a K-tune coolant bypass, coolant housing with filler neck, which I had to cut these so to clear my turbo. I don't know if I mentioned it, but the car is all-wheel drive. Has a em2 CRV transmission, Freelander drive shaft, 1310 upgraded U-joints, K-tune adjustable inner tie rods. And then let's move to the back of the car. You can see the mess, the dash and everything still sitting on the floor. I have a 10-gallon fuel cell, like I said, all PTFE lines. I have a Bosch 044 style fuel pump and a 100 micron fuel filter. Yeah, that's where we're at with the car right now. Still have to buy suspension, do new brakes and rotors. I did new ball joints on the front end. Has new outer tie rods, and of course the K-tune inner adjustable tie rods. Because on the em2s, EP3 and RSX, once you lower the car, the wheels kick out. So the only way you can actually get that full adjustment to bring those wheels back in is to use the K-tune inner tie rods. There's not, this is my first em2 build. I've had one in the past, but nothing that I've ever done anything to. So this is a whole new platform for me to learn. And like I said, there's not much online you can find for these cars as far as swap goes, and really as far as like all-wheel drive stuff. And it's basically been trial and error for me. So if you guys have any questions, if you plan on like K-swapping or all-wheel drive swapping your em2, if you want to drop your comments down there, I'd be more than happy to answer some questions for you. Now, when you do the all-wheel drive on the em2, if you don't know, you have to cut the exhaust tunnel because they're not a normal tunnel. When it comes towards the back, they go flat. So you can't run a drive shaft through there. So it all has to be cut. And a tunnel, be fabricated, which I did all that myself. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen the pictures, and I've been keeping up with what I've been doing. We also have the Hub City rear diff mount for the all-wheel drive. I'm using CRV front hubs, Type S 36mm axles in the front, and in the rear we have O2 CRV rear diff with S1 locking plates, stock axles, and also the CRV rear lower control arm and hub assembly. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much where we're at with the car. I just wanted to do pretty much like introduce the car to the channel. Because like I said, I've been working on it 5-6 months now, and I haven't recorded anything. Just lack of motivation pretty much, and wanting to get things just knocked out. But I just wanted to do an update so you guys know where we're at on the car. My goal is for 2022 is to drop a video at least once a week. I've dedicated that day to be Fridays. I don't have a certain time that's going to be dropped. Just at some point on Friday, expect a video. The plan is to have the car on the dyno by March, so we can get it to H-Day in April. So, if you follow the channel and you want to meet up and you're going to H-Day in April, around that time, just hit me up, and, we'll meet up with you guys if you want to check the car out. But, I just want to say, thank you guys for tuning in. And in the next video, I'll, have the tuck headlight harness done so I can show you guys that, and we'll have some new parts in by then and get those installed. Just make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, because I know I've been watching. 95% of you guys that watch my videos are not subscribed. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on, and we'll see you guys in the next video.